A key part of many official exams is knowing how to compare and contrast pictures, and I'm here to give you the necessary tips and expression to follow it through. To begin with, you'll see that you'll have 2, 3, or more pictures under the same topic, under the same umbrella, such as this picture over here. Vacation, holiday destinations. There you have it. That's your topic. And this is the first thing you need to do. Identify the topic so you know exactly what type of vocabulary is expected of you. For some official exams, you'll need to do a monologue, and for others, you'll need to do a dialogue with a partner or two. So here's a tip for you if you're preparing an official exam with a partner and you need to do a dialogue. Now, your dialogue needs to feel like tennis. Say a few sentences, ask a question, and pass the ball. The worst thing you can do in a group assignment is make that dialogue feel like two very sad little monologues. It needs to be a dialogue. Pass the ball, ask a question, say something, make sure your partner does the same, and try to work together to reach that conclusion in time. One of the great things about official exams is that the topics are the same independently on the level. Internet and technology, the environment, family and friends, relationships, holiday destinations, leisure activities and hobbies. What differs is the complexity of vocabulary you need to use. That's going to depend on your level and your level alone. Think of comparing and contrasting pictures like a cocktail. You need your linking words. You need your specific vocabulary related to your topic. You need your smart adjectives. And last but not least, you need the formula to learn to compare and contrast. So let's return to our picture for a moment. There we have it. Many students complain that when they receive a picture, they suddenly feel paralyzed. They don't know what to say. They simply don't know where to start from. And all the information is here. You see this, you don't need to paralyze. You need to identify the topic and then tell me, what's cheaper? What's more expensive? What's safer? What's riskier? The types of activities one can offer while the other cannot. What sort of special gear you need to do one or the other? If it's sustainable or not. There are plenty of things to say, and I'm gonna give you a list in a second. Have a look. You can also find this information in my book. I'll also drop a link in the description of this video, or you can find it on Amazon, wherever. Some activities are better performed individually, while others are better performed in a team or a group of people with the same interest. What does this mean? Reading is something that you do alone, while playing football or playing soccer is something that you usually do in a team. So when you have activities, figure it out. Is it something that you can do alone? Is it something that you can do in a team or with more people? And let us know. Some activities are stimulating for the body, while others are stimulating for the mind. And you can even have activities that are stimulating for both. For example, playing chess is very stimulating for the mind. It doesn't do much for the body. But swimming, people say swimming works both for the body and mind. You need special gear to practice certain activities, such as scuba diving, for example. Whereas reading, you don't need anything. Maybe your book or an e-reader, but there's not much you need to use. When you go fishing, you need special gear. Even when you go hiking, you need special shoes. When you go rafting, all right. And we have a cat on the table. No, that is Mama's camera. No, not for you. Why are you meowing at me? Why? You can see certain activities are more popular among certain age groups. Like, for example, teenagers like playing video games, perhaps a little more than seniors. Some activities are seasonal. You can practice them only in summer or only in winter. You can do some of them only on vacation or at the weekend, while other activities can be practiced all year round, independently on the day. You can read anywhere. While some activities can be a little bit expensive, others are free or affordable or inexpensive. Of course, reading is a sedentary activity compared to practicing let's say scuba diving or parachuting or running. These are all very dynamic, very energetic. Depending on the activity, depending if you have a hobby, for example, it can be easily turned into a profession or not. Some activities are suitable for families with children, while others are perhaps better suited for singles or honeymooners or so on and so forth. And of course, let's not forget the environment. Some things in life are just sustainable, eco-friendly, a friend of the environment, right? While others are maybe contaminating or not so great. And of course, there's indoors versus outdoors. So next time you think you have nothing to say about a picture, think again. Check the angles, check all the angles, extract whatever information you can from that picture because it is easier than you may think. Let's have a look at a few pictures and identify the topic. Let's see this one. Scuba diving or rafting. Obviously, what do they have in common? Think. Water. They're both dynamic. They both involve water. They both need special gear to be practiced. Depending on where you live, you can practice these two every day or not, or only on vacation. It is necessary to know how to swim in order to practice these activities. So let's say they're both a little risky, not a lot, but a little bit. One of them is more expensive. So when practicing rafting, you rely a lot on your team and you rely a lot on your mates, and it's a fun activity. You can all enjoy it together. However, even if you scuba dive with people, it's still more of an individual experience in the sense that you get to experience, to visualize, to see, I don't know, the underwater flora and fauna. Movie theater versus cinema. And here you have, again, the same topic. Identify the topic, the same topic. Is it something you'd rather do individually or with friends or family? Do you need special gear? Well, in case you're watching 3D, perhaps you do. What are the advantages and disadvantages of each? Perhaps when you watch a movie at home, you can choose the movie, you can choose the popcorn or the snacks you're going to have and the company. And of course, if you go to the cinema, you need to respect a certain schedule and choose from one of the available options. Which one is more comfortable? Which one is more dynamic? Are these activities stimulating for the body or mind? Are they entertaining? Is this something that we can do every day or only at the weekend? How often? Moving on. What's the best weekend plan? So you have, let's say, lunch with your families or celebrating a birthday party with your friends. They're both, let's say, social activities that you can have with your peers, with your family. But what would make you choose one or the other? The company, the jokes. Think about it. Last but not least, let's read one of the examples I have here. Playing video games versus rock climbing. Here we have two pictures showing us different leisure activities. In the first picture, we can see a teenager playing video games, and in the second picture, we can see a man practicing rock climbing. While playing video games is an activity which stimulates the mind and can be creative, it is mostly practiced indoors. By comparison, mountain climbing is performed outdoors. It is stimulating for the body, but also for the mind as it requires concentration. Both activities are popular among teenagers and adults and can be practiced individually or with more people. Rock climbing needs special gear like a harness and special boots and is usually a seasonal or weekend activity, while playing video games can be practiced all year round. I personally prefer playing video games because it's more comfortable and accessible, and I'm keen on indoor sports. So there you have it, a perfect comparison between two things that fall under the same umbrella. Leisure activities. Playing video games, rock climbing. Juggle everything, find links between the two, find how they are different, how they are similar, and tell us everything. If you have more tips and tricks about comparing and contrasting pictures, please, your advice is valuable. Drop it in the comments. Don't forget you can find my book on Amazon, and I'll see you next week with a new video. Bye!